There was a point in time that Mark Cuban was actually an inspirational figure that was out there. But the more you realize that maybe his backstory is a little bit more sus than people first thought, then you start to realize that nothing that he says in today's day and age should be terribly shocking. Like, take a look at this stuff. Mark Cuban claims companies like Target and Bud Light going woke is just good business. He also points out that, name me the example of the company that went woke and actually went broke. Are you having a laugh, buddy? Anheuser-Busch sales fell by 24.5% within the last month. Yes, they lost their number one spot. Target is on the brink of losing $20 billion in market cap. Nobody goes broke once they go woke. It's just good business. Billionaire Shark Tank star Mark Cuban, who made a lot of his money by snaking his friends, wow, imagine that, said companies embracing woke ideology is just good business, pushing back against those who say it's adversely affecting their bottom lines. What a retard. In an interview with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette on Sunday, the Dallas Mavericks owner spoke in the ongoing backlash against companies like Anheuser-Busch and Target Corporation for promoting gay ideologies in their brand. Since promoting what many consider woke agendas, both companies have suffered massive losses worth billions of dollars. Take a look at other companies, other businesses, other products that are out there that also embrace those ideals. Fuck, just take a look at the previous Call of Duty video for proof of concept on that one. But no, Mark Cuban says it's going to be fine. Whatever, bro. While experts and industry insiders have suggested that invoking politics leads to a downturn, Cuban insisted that embracing wokeness is a positive trait. Yes, woke is good, according to Mark Cuban. Ugh. There's a reason almost all the top 10 market cap companies in the United States can be considered woke. It's just good business. What do you mean by that? Quantify. Cuban explained, most CEOs have enough experience to know to just wait out the news cycle until they go on to the next one. Yeah, don't pay attention to what their customers want or anything like that. Who cares? They'll just buy your stuff. That's the same attitude that Anheuser-Busch had. Since Bud Light's apparent partnership with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney was revealed in April, the company has seen a 23.9% decrease in sales on a dollar basis compared to a year ago. Fox Business also reported that Anheuser-Busch owned brands sales fell by 24.5% over the past 4 weeks alone. Target Corporation's market cap also lost billions of dollars since the company began displaying gay and Pride Month advertisements and products including tuck-friendly women's swimsuits. Yes, to make sure that your feminine balls don't fall out of your one piece. On Friday, Fox News reported that Target's stock fell by roughly 3.1% within the last 5 days and approximately 18.5% in the last month. So yeah, Mark Cuban's stance. Companies, it's good business because they could just afford to wait out their virtue signaling time. Interesting. Cuban insisted that this dip was meaningless and unlikely due to individual stockholders taking action following the controversy. Oh my God. Like in the past few years, has there been a decent take from Mark Cuban? Holy fuck. First, a dip in the market cap is meaningless. Yeah, exactly, because you have other corollaries to draw on when it comes to multiple billions of dollars. You have to realize that there aren't many individual stock owners of stock. Almost all ownership is via funds. That most trading is quantitative. So it's not like the drop is because of tens of thousands of individual holders sold their stock. Yeah, you can take a look at analysts that are downgrading stock. You fucking mong. I understand you're trying to spin something. And yeah, that's another reason why I don't think that all of this fear-mongering around ESG and DEI is all that significant, because he's also, it's like you're supposed to be a billionaire. Normally you'd associate billionaires with intelligent people, but he just kind of gave up the ghost that, yeah, these ownerships are, yeah, they're hedge funds. They control the markets, or at least they capitalize and they make their money off the markets. So by tanking these stocks, which you can see in real time, kind of hurts their bottom line. So that's why this organic, holistic pushback is effective in the long term. Don't let one fucking nerd who got lucky at the .com bubble dissuade you from thinking that your voice actually matters. According to the Post-Gazette, Cuban suggested the new focus on woke politics could be because companies know people want to do business with companies that care about their customers. Are you, you're seeing that right now with Bud Light. Everybody else is just in a holding pattern because they weren't so ostentatious about it. But you, on the other hand, no, that's great, dude. They're just so great. People are just, just waiting to waiting to capitalize on better prices for Bud Light. Are you having a laugh? An American trait, he says, reflects who we are as a country. What the fuck? Holy shit. He's just a liar. Despite Cuban's insistence, other commentators and business owners have warned that companies embracing woke politics have made a huge mistake. Yeah, like one of his co-workers on Shark Tank. Kevin O'Leary dismisses Mark Cuban's claim, woke is good. Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary dismissed his co-star Mark Cuban's claim that it's good for business. It's just good business for companies to be woke, insisting it's actually really bad for business. Yeah, no, because he can take a look at these weird things called numbers and charts, and it's like, wow, that's actually not good for business. No, it's great. It's fine. They'll just wait for it. O'Leary weighed in on Fox News Wednesday, days after Cuban, the Dallas Mavericks owner, argued most top companies in the United States are considered woke and that it helps their bottom lines, but couldn't actually qualify or quantify anything that he was talking about. Cuban also said CEOs would not reconsider how they move their companies forward in the wake of Bud Light and Target facing fallout over decisions that have upset some consumers. Kind of interesting as well, because yesterday, if you go back to yesterday's Bud Light story, you had a specific call. Fuck, I can't even bring it up at this point in time. See, yeah, right there. Yeah, you had Brendan Whitworth. We recognize that over the last 2 months, the discussion surrounding our company and Bud Light has moved away from beer, and this has impacted our consumers, our business partners, and our employees. But no. Mark Cuban knows more about woke companies than anybody else, right? It has nothing to do about those decisions. Okay, you want to sell to everybody everything all the time. Yes, exactly. You miss 100% of the customers that you're not trying to attract. When you get involved in partisan issues, you basically lose 50% of your constituency, O'Leary said on Fox and Friends Wednesday morning. No, that totally makes sense, man. Why make such an obvious, unforced error? You're trying to appeal not just to half the population, because, okay, cool, half of them are Democrats, half of them are Republicans, if we're just going to make a crude divide. But then the people that really are all about the Dylan Mulvaney's of the world, brother, that is a small subsection of a smaller subsection, so you're already on the back foot. Why would you put yourself directly on the ass and say, come on, I'm ready to fight you? That's like showing out of shape, hung over, and never hitting the heavy bag in your life, and you're supposed to go into the cage against John Jones. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why would you do that when you're a consumer good or service company? Everybody's learning. Makes absolutely no sense, he went on to say. The role of business, a corporation in America for the last 200 years, has been to serve the customers, their employees, and their shareholders. Their role is not to educate society on social issues of the day. They're learning that very, very quickly. Anheuser-Busch, the parent company of Bud Light and Target, are two prominent companies that have faced boycotts from conservatives and a lot of other people as well. Come on now. Over controversial business decisions. Well, that's one way to put it, right? Anheuser-Busch faced immense backlash and market value losses in the wake of Bud Light partnering up with transgender social media influencer Dylan Mulvaney, who looks like a fucking alien. The light beer has lost its title of best-selling beer, which we learned yesterday they've held since 2001. But no, it's just shifting changes in tastes, right? Target, meanwhile, faced a blowback for putting LGBTQ-themed products for Pride Month. What product specifically? Cuban, in his comments to the Post-Gazette Sunday, said the dip in the market cap was meaningless. Yeah, it's just meaningless that you have an entire brand basically underwater at this point in time. Nobody wants to associate it with it at all, except for, things that you can freeze and throw at those goddamn queers that turn up on your lawn. You have to realize that there aren't many individual owners of stocks. Almost all ownership is via funds. Exactly. He's letting the cat out of the bag on that one. What a tard. And most trading is quantitative. So it's not like a drop is because tens of thousands of individual holders sold their stocks. There are so many other market influences that are out there. You know that as well as everybody else. So you're just simply a liar, dude. He also said most business leaders have enough experience to just wait out the news cycle until they get to the next one, except for one of these sterling examples that's looking at you directly in the face. It's like, yeah, we went super woke and we realized that was kind of a mistake. So now we're just going to be rolling out a new ad campaign. It'll be great. And I wonder how Mark's going to go ahead and address that. He won't, because he's a fucking snake. But O'Leary warned Wednesday, companies that make decisions that lead to outrage have failed. Yeah, Yeah, that's why there was never a follow-up to, I forget which Kardashian kid that was, with Pepsi, who tried to, what was the fucking ad that was out there? Two lines of protesters or some shit like that, and it's like, let's just have a conversation over a Pepsi. That shit was panned, and that was about a half decade ago at this point in time, and there wasn't a follow-up campaign to that one. It's almost like there's companies that realize, ooh, this is a bad thing that we're doing. Nobody likes this. Everybody's joking on it. Fuck it, we'll just scrap it and just move on to something else. And if Bud Light had done that, they could have won back all of their fleeting customers, but that's all right. Their shares get sold in bulk. Don't worry about it. When you actually make somebody angry enough to stop buying your product, you have failed. Yes, and this is where even the best of salesmen come into play on this one, because yeah, when you're a good salesman, you're not so much selling your product as you are selling yourself, unless of course it's a Bud Light situation where nobody wants this stuff. The societal stigma surrounding Bud Light, all of its colorful new nicknames, man, there's nothing you can do to overcome this except for just time and space. Hopefully their marketing campaign is successful. I kind of doubt it. So yeah, they're definitely going to have to relaunch. If they don't come out all guns blazing, a complete return to form with just, big titty blondes, a brand new logo, and a catchy slogan, oh, Bud Light's super totally fucked. But hey man, at least Mark Cuban, he's definitely going to be in line to get his homemade Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light can signed, because obviously he's a big fan. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.